Guys, it's DK back at you with another video here for the NBA main slate here on Thursday. We got a 6-game slate. Real quick, let's currently see how we're doing tonight. So, I really hope you guys watched the video yesterday. With Giannis out, as I said, just load up on the Bucks. So with Bledsoe, Connaughton, and Middleton, all three did very well. And then I told you guys I really like the Washington-Chicago game. So I went Bobby Portis, Lauri Markkanen, Jabari. So with Otto being out, I did like Lauri. And then the late scratch to Levine was a little annoying because I couldn't maneuver my way around to get Chris Dunn, who I said I would just lock and load Dunn and Markkanen. But since it was after the fact, I couldn't get Chris Dunn in, but he went off. Jabari, another guy low owned who I really like, Jabari and Portis, did really good. Then Vucevic, so frustrating, man. He was dominating. He had 47 fantasy points, and they subbed him out with like 3 or 4 minutes to go in the third. He didn't come back in. So he missed out on about 10 more minutes where I think he could have pushed 60, possibly even 70 fantasy points if the Pelicans keep it close. The blowout killed me there. Probably held me back from a huge night, but I'm not complaining. Then Fred VanVleet, obviously no Lowry. I did like him. One thing I did miss, which I do apologize, Ibaka, I thought he was still out one more game. He actually was back, so I did tweet that. But I did miss that in my video. I thought he would be out. But yeah. So yeah, really, really good night, and let's see if we can keep it going for this slate on Thursday. Okay, let me make sure. This is Thursday. Okay, so brief overview of this slate for these 6 games. I really like a couple of these games. Minnesota, Charlotte, do like this game quite a bit. Denver, Washington, I like the Denver side, but I'm worried about the blowout. Washington obviously playing OT tonight in a back-to-back. I feel like they're going to be pretty tired. I feel like Denver definitely could mop the floor with Washington, so I'm a little worried about the blowout here. Utah, Atlanta, the same thing. Obviously, Atlanta is a great matchup, but I really think Utah has a good possibility of blowing them out. Detroit, Phoenix, definitely some appealing plays in this game. Same thing with Dallas, Sacramento. A little worried about Dallas being in the back-to-back, but I think they'll be okay. Sacramento is such a good matchup. And then Indy, Golden State, a little tricky, but there are some appealing plays in this game as well. So let's get into it with Steph here at 9.3. He's had 50 fantasy points in the last 3 games. So I think he's okay. He does have some upside, but with Boogie back, it's just fully healthy. The Warriors are kind of, no one's too appealing. Doncic here at 8.9, would much rather play him. The matchup is so good against Sacramento. He's playing all the minutes he can handle. 37, 34, 35, 39. I know that one is overtime, but he's playing right around 35 minutes a game. This game is very appealing, so I do like Luka quite a bit. Same thing with Devin Booker here at 8.8. I believe Tyler Johnson is out again. So Booker, he's going to get a lot of run. They'll use Melda at point bit, but they will use a lot of point Booker as well. At 8.8K, he's going to play most of the game. Detroit's a mediocre matchup, but I do think he has a lot of upside here. Now, Donovan Mitchell, I understand the play, but I'm personally probably going to fade Utah just because I'm going to play the blowout factor. But of course, if Atlanta keeps it close, Donovan Mitchell, Gobert, even Rubio, I think could have huge games. Anyone really in the starting 5 of Utah is definitely playable, but it's just a personal opinion. I'm going with the blowout, so I'm going to fade the Utah side. I'm just going to fade this game in general. Then you got Kemba at 8.1. Minnesota, a really good matchup here. The box score watchers may be a little worried about him seeing 28 minutes. He got in foul trouble. He would have played as normal, close to 35, 40 minutes if he didn't get in foul trouble. 8K, it's just too cheap for this matchup. So I do really like Kemba here at 8.1. Trae Young, I understand, but it's not for me on the slate. Then you got Fox. This Dallas Sacramento game is pretty appealing. Fox is just too cheap right now for his level of production. So I do like him a decent amount here at 7.3. Jalen Brunson, also think is very, very much in play here. On the Dallas side is Brunson, is Doncic, so very appealing. Brunson playing close to 40 minutes a night. Sacramento, again, very good matchup, so I do like Brunson quite a bit. Now, the Denver side, again, you can 100% target any of the Denver starting five. I have no issue with it. I'm going to fade this game because, Washington in a back-to-back, they're playing in overtime tonight. I really think they get blown out. But if Washington can keep it close, anyone in the starting five in Denver is appealing. I love targeting players against Washington, but it's just I'm going to play the blowout in both the Denver-Washington game and the Utah-Atlanta game, so I'm fading both those games. Now, Collison here, listed as questionable. If he plays, I think he has some pretty big upside against Golden State. He would play, 30, probably 35 minutes. So I would like him if he's going to play, not going to be limited. And then you got Tyus. We already got news of no D Rose and no Teague. So thank God we don't have to wait to last minute to decide. But yeah, Tyus at 5.4, I think is just too cheap. He's going to play right around 30 minutes. KEMBA, not a great defender at all. Tyus, the last two games, 0 of 6, 3 of 14. I don't think that continues. I really think he has a nice bounce back spot here. So 5.4K. I like the buy low on Tyus. I think he's a really solid play. Let's see. Kojo, had a slow start in that last game against the Clippers. He picked up a start with no Collison. If Collison's out again, you could give a look to Corey Joseph, but there's probably better plays on the board. Melton here at 3.9. Would probably pick up the start again with no Tyler Johnson. I think he's playable, but I'm probably not going to go there. All right, let's move on to shooting guard. Let's see. Beal. You guys know I love playing Beal, but it's just I'm fading this game tonight, so I'm not going to go there. Klay Thompson at 7.2. Yeah, he's been playing really well, so I'm not going to talk you off Klay. The price tag right now for his level of production is too cheap, so I think he's definitely in play for sure. Let's see, Wiggins. If you guys watched the video the other day, I did really like him, Tyus, and Towns. All three had great games. Wiggins put up 40. Now he's had a match against Charlotte. Charlotte, not a good defensive team at all. I'm not a huge fan of playing Wiggins. He's very scoring dependent, but with D Rose out, with Teague out, with possibly Taj Gibson out, that's a lot of usage to go around. So I think Wiggins, really solid play here at 5.8. Let's see, Hardaway. Yeah, the matchup's really good, but I just prefer Doncic and Brunson. But I understand Hardaway is in play for sure. Let's see. Now you get MIKAL Bridges. As a cheapie, I don't mind the play. He's going to play basically the whole game. Doesn't have a whole lot of upside, but I think he's solid for cash games for a salary relief. TYREKE, I would consider if there's no Collison. He had a good game last time out. I don't know. He's just really not looked good this season. Besides, obviously last game was a good game, but he's kind of just a shell of his former self. He was so good at Memphis last year, and then I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's really taking a step back this year. So move on to small forward. Durant. It's just none of the Golden State starters, besides Boogie, who we'll get to later, really stick off the page to me. So I'm probably not going to go there with Durant. Jeremy Lamb, I think, might be pretty popular here. I'm not going to chase this 46 fantasy point game. A lot of other people chase it. He does have upside. He flashes 40, 50% fantasy point upside. So I don't mind, playing Lamb, but I'm probably just going to fade him for tonight. Thad Young, Bogdanovich. I think they're okay. They just really haven't flashed any upside. Let's see. Harrison Barnes, there's a little revenge game. 5.7. I think he's priced about right. I would just prefer a couple Kings. Fox. I'll get to Bagley in a sec, who I really like. Now Josh Jackson here, with no Oubre, with no TJ Warren, he's going to play 30, 35 minutes. 4.8K is just too cheap for Josh Jackson, so I do like him quite a bit. CODY, with all those guys out, he's played 35, 30 minutes the last 2 games. Can we trust him to continue to play these type of minutes? I don't know. I mean, they still have KEMBA, Bates, Diab. They have other guys that they can play. But right now, I think a CODY at 3.9 is a pretty solid value play. Okay, let's move on to power forward. Let's see, Blake at 7.8. I think he goes kind of low owned, but the matchup against Phoenix is so good. Detroit, they need to keep winning to make the playoffs. I don't mind Blake at all. I'm not huge into playing any Pistons, but I'm definitely considering Blake here at 7.8. So Draymond, he's okay, but I'm probably not going to go there. Sabonis, only in GPPs. He has big upside off the bench at 6.2, but I just don't think I could do it. I only make one lineup, so if I was making multiple lineups, I would throw Sabonis for probably one, but since I'm a one lineup guy, I don't think I can do Sabonis. Now we get to Marvin Bagley. So he's on a minutes limit a bit, coming back from injury, 19, 20, 21. Played 29 minutes last time out against Brooklyn, so I assume the minutes limit is lifted now. The matchup, bigs against Dallas, have been doing really well this year. 5.6K. I don't think he's priced up enough, so I really like Marvin Bagley here today. Let's see, Kaminsky. Yeah, he does have upside against Minnesota. Minnesota plays big. I could see him, playing close to 30 minutes if what's his name? Cody Zeller. Not expected to play. Okay, all right. So Kaminsky, yeah, you could do it, but there's probably better plays on the board. Like Dario Saric here. So I would really like Saric if Taj Gibson's out. Current list is questionable. So if Taj is out, I think Dario Saric is way too cheap here, 4.3K. So I would really like him if Taj misses. Let's see, Giles, I think is perfectly fine. And he's going to play right on 20 minutes. He has flashed upside. Personally, for me, though, I would just rather pay the extra, $1,500 or so for Marvin Bagley. I really like Bagley, but I don't have an issue with Giles either if you need someone for salary relief. Now, Rashawn Holmes, this is interesting. If he's going to play, obviously Detroit runs big, so I could see them maybe pushing Holmes for 20, possibly even 25 minutes. So that would only be, though, in if you're making multiple lineups. I don't think I can play Holmes in just one lineup, or just because I'm a one lineup guy. Then you get to Towns. This is just a lock and load. No Cody Zeller. He should feast on Biyombo, Frank Kaminsky. Absolutely love him. So just lock and load Karl-Anthony Towns today at 10K. I think that's the easiest play of the day. Now, I like a lot of centers here. Jokic, again, the matchup is so good. Any of the Denver guys are certainly in play. If Washington keeps this close, I think Jokic can put up 70. But again, I'm playing the blowout, so I'm going to fade Jokic. Then you got Drummond at 8.7. Phoenix is such a good matchup. If he can stay out of foul trouble, we've seen Drummond get in foul trouble, here and there. But I'd assume we played 35 or so minutes at 8.7. That just seems too cheap. So I do like Drummond. Gobert, perfectly fine. Again, if Atlanta keeps it close, I think he has huge upside as well. But I'm just going to fade because I'm playing the blowout in both the Utah-Atlanta as well as the Denver-Washington game. John Collins, no. I don't think you need to go there. Ayton at 6.9. Now, he definitely has upside. Again, Detroit runs big. So I'd assume he gets a little extra run, but I just don't think I'm going to go there because you got Boogie right underneath him at 6.8. Coming back from injury, he's expected to play. Now, if he's not going to be limited, 6.8K is just too cheap for Boogie. So I would really like him if he's not going to be limited. If he's going to be limited, I'll look elsewhere. So we're going to wait for news there. He is the one Warrior that I do like. Miles Turner even, 6.4. He has flashed some upside here of recently. So I don't mind Miles Turner, but I probably prefer, a couple of these centers above him. Dwight Powell, if Maxi Kleber's out again. I really wouldn't mind him at all. 6K. Washington, one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. So I do like Powell. Cauley Stein, with Bagley back, he's playing, 20 or so minutes. I just don't think we need to do that on this slate. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Biyombo, him and Kaminsky are probably split the center minutes. I don't think I want to take a shot at one of those guys, though. Nasal Murgy, I would consider if Maxi Kleber's out, just because Dallas basically only has Powell and Murgy. I guess I have Dirk, but I don't see them running him out there a lot. So I would consider Murgy, if Maxi Kleber's out. So yeah, again, a brief overview of this slate. On the Minnesota side, I really like Towns. Tyus Jones is solid. Wiggins is solid. Saric I would really like if there's no Taj Gibson. And then on the Charlotte side, it's Kemba. You could play some of the other starters, but it's really just Kemba for me on the Charlotte side. Denver, Washington, completely get it if you want to target any Denver guys, but I'm going to be fading this game. Same thing with Utah, Atlanta. Utah is in a great spot, but I'm just going to play the blowout. Now, Detroit, Phoenix, it's Drummond and it's Blake for me, who I think have really big upside in this match against Phoenix. On the Phoenix side, I do like Devin Booker, and I like Josh Jackson. Ayton, definitely in play, but I like a couple other centers more. And this Dallas-Sacramento, very appealing this game. I like Doncic, I like Brunson. Powell and Murgy would be solid as well. On the Sacramento side, it's Fox and it's Marvin Bagley, who I really like. And this Indiana Golden State game is going to be tricky. If Carlson plays and not going to be limited, he would probably be my favorite Indiana Pacer. If he misses, you could look to Corey Joseph and TYREKE as value plays. And then you could take a shot at Miles Turner or Sabonis, who I think would be okay in GPPs. On the Golden State side, when fully healthy, not a whole lot to like besides Boogie. Boogie, if he's not going to be limited at 6.8, that's just way too cheap for him. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. It's also important to follow me on Twitter. That will be in the description below. I'll give my thoughts on more news comes out throughout the day. And I will actually be leaving out of town tomorrow afternoon. And I will be gone, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll be coming back Sunday, so I'll have a video back up Monday. So I'll be gone for a few days, but I will be on Twitter, tweeting out plays that I like. So really important to follow me on Twitter here for the next few days. They won't have a video up, but I will be, tweeting out plays that I like. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and I'll be back Monday. So I'll see you guys then.